Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hollow Knight race. What is this? All Skills race? Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, all skills, Tony.
The Hollow Knight All Skills tournament, moreover. This is one of the races of the tournament.
Let's see.
I've done this before, I swear. This movie, the 15th. These guys are both 2-1 in the tournament. Looking to go 3-1 today. I am Palm and I'm coming alongside Ixorax or Ixorax.
Yep, hello. That's me. Alright, well, I mean, the PB's a pretty long way off, but we'll see if we can see some interesting stuff this race. I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I was actually hanging around in Louis' stream last night, and he said if he can just get a race PB today, he's happy. Obviously, Muri with a PB of 50XX, I think it's a 20-something as of today. He just posted a PB in the Discord less than an hour ago.
Heck, it is 50-41. Got it about an hour ago.
Yeah. And then Louis with a PB of 1 hour, 1 minute, and 1 second. 42 seconds. 1 second would have been appropriate. 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 second. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that would have been a great sign.
So yeah, as I said, Louis will be happy with a race PB. We'd love to see a race PB from Louis. Also, Muri just got a PB off of race prep, so pretty possible that he gets a race PB too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been counted down. They should be off momentarily. I'd hope.
Yeah, there goes Muri.
Oh.
Okay, looks like we've got quite a bit of stream delay.
No, I don't think it's stream delay. I
No?
think probably shouldn't have counted them down. It should work out here. The layout's not what you're used to seeing for race layout. That's my fault. I counted them down. I didn't see the speed gaming pinged me to say exactly not to do that, but we'll keep it going here. It shouldn't be too bad. The difference here is Louis changed his layout, I assume going from debug to normal Hollow Knight, so bear with us for a couple minutes as we have this
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks better.
Yeah, there we go. Speed gaming quick about it as usual. We appreciate it, even though I didn't read the message to explicitly not do that.
Alright, okay, they're off now, so looks like we're okay.
Yep. Looks like a little bit of stream delay. Louis doesn't have hundredths of seconds. It shouldn't matter, it will rarely matter. We just added that recently, just in case they do, the two racers do end up at the same second, which I believe happened once in the first round between Locust and someone.
I think so, yeah.
I
don't remember all of the matches.
Yeah, I think Locust was within a second. I'm not sure if it was like on the same second or like a low 51 versus a high 52, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think a similar thing happened between Rhino and Homophily, where they were like...
yeah, that was like 0.16, I think.
Yeah, it was absurd. They were on a different second, but like barely. That was a crazy one. Anyway, we're off here. Muri with a 51 King's Pass and a 114 entrance to the well. You'll love to see it. Louis with a 52 King's Pass, still perfectly fine, especially for a race. Looks like a 115
pretty respectable
into the well. Yeah. This is a long load from Muri.
I think it's the sync up.
Oh. Yeah, I always forget that exists.
Yeah, there we go.
So Louis doing middle drop, Muri doing right drop, and Louis actually takes the lead for a moment here. Looks like a high 28 versus a low 29 from Muri.
Yep, it's very synced up there, and very small lead for Louis.
Yep, and again, I think from Louis, what I'm hoping to see, and I think what Louis is hoping to see here, is just a good race for him. Sub hour would be really cool. Sub PB would be really cool. Again, his PB at 101.42. Obviously, beating Muri, he'd love. I'm not going to say he doesn't love beat Muri. It's just going to be a very difficult task, considering, again, the PB.
Yeah, going into this race with, you know, the, 11-minute PB difference, you kind of have to expect that it's not going to go your way in terms of win the race. You just kind of have to hope that you play well.
That being said, they are within, like, a second or two out of this round.
Yeah. You never know, maybe we've just haven't been seeing a lot of practice between races.
Yep, and the other thing is, like, with all skills, there are definitely places you can die. There's Dark Deep Mouth, there's Hornet 2, there's even the Broken Vessel fight, we've seen some deaths too. Umu, we've seen some deaths.
There are some really nasty deaths in there. If you're not in the wrong place, it's minutes.
Yeah, and we've definitely seen that. We've seen races that were pretty even going into Hornet 2 turn into, like you said, like 2 or 3 minute difference just from that fight alone. Coming up to False Knight here, the RNG you want to see is False Knight jumping left, which Murray does get. We'll see what Louis gets.
Louis doesn't get there.
Right.
You get... Oh, worst possible RNG. 2 back jump.
Yeah. So that'll lose a second or two. He was a second or two coming in to the room as well, so probably close to a 5 difference between these.
Yeah, False Knight is always just about getting your nail swings as close to each other as possible. So if the boss is staying close to you, you can do that.
For those who don't know, this is something you learn running almost any category, some random piece of information. The room that they're in right now, when you enter this room, it's 24 seconds from entering this room to picking up VS. About. It depends on how tight your jumps are, also how good your computer is, how fast you mash, but it's pretty consistently around 24 seconds. So coming in at 3:12, Louis was, we'll probably see like a 3:36 from him. He jumped late, not my fault, not my fault.
Yeah. Yeah, probably just try to jump a little bit too early there. That jump is the hardest jump in the game.
It's so annoying, dude. It's a very frustrating jump as well. Just because it's... The thing is you can't buffer that jump, whereas most jumps in the game you can buffer, so you're not used to it either. Coming into Mound here, another little bit of RNG, kind of the last RNG of the very early game. We'll see how many spits this Balder gives. Each spit loses about a second and a half, give or take. Also depends on how fast the Balder spits.
Yeah, and every single spit, you've got a 50-50 chance of getting the Balder. That's not great luck.
So Murray fails his
point. And second spit there, I think.
Yeah, second spit for Louis. Yeah, so normally we don't really care as long as they're close. Murray getting 2 extra spits, a little unfortunate, but it actually does put their times close.
Yeah, looks like it's balanced it pretty well.
Yep, Murray only in the lead by about 1 second now. Not too much to say coming into this room. This is the room where you're trying to get 6 hits of soul that Murray and Louis are coming into right now. You get 4 hits from these tick-ticks pretty regularly. You'll see Murray get the 4 hits you expect. And then 2 hits from the Gruzzer. Unfortunately, Murray can't get 2, so he's going to get 1 from the tick-tick up there.
Yeah, that's tick-tick, whatever. I never remember which one's tick-ticks and which one's are crawlers. Whichever one they are, there's that one at the platform just above the entrance to the next room, which you can always get 2 hits off if you need.
Murray missing his fireball skip. Also worth noting, on the Balder kill, and Louis missing the fireball skip in a different way, not jumping. On the Balder kill, Murray was very far left when he shot that fireball. I'm actually surprised that he got the 4 hits of off-screen damage on that Balder. So maybe a little nerves coming in for both runners missing that first fireball skip.
Although, when you don't see the jump, you have to wonder if they're just saving soul because they don't think they can get it consistently, or whether they actually just missed the jump.
It's possible, yeah. Louis with 5 soul there, I'm not sure if he was saving soul or if he, like you said, just didn't think he'd get it consistently. Murray needs 4 hits of soul in this room, ends up getting 3, which should be alright, whereas Louis comes out of the room with full soul. It's enough to do the 2 fireballs here for this fireball skip, which Murray does very nicely. He's going to need a little extra in the next room. We'll watch Louis here also get this skip.
Right, yep, both make the second fireball skip. That's the most important one, since without it you have to lure that squid from below.
Murray ends up with exactly enough soul for both fireball skips. He's going to have no extra, so he's going to need to farm. We'll see if he farms up to 8, as you would normally do for the Moss Knight, or if he just tries to get the double fireball. He's very low on soul here. He might just assume he gets the double fireball. Oh.
Can be a little risky to assume you'll get it though, since if you don't, without 8 hits of soul going in,
yeah, he just doesn't have soul.
Fairly major.
Well, he gets the 8.
Oh, yeah.
Fine. Louis losing a lot of time there. Probably the first big time difference we saw. A lot of trouble with that third fireball skip. He eventually got it. Oh, Murray does not get the double, so good thing he did get those 8 for the soul. But it did take Louis a few tries and a lot of missed bonks. We'll see if Murray can showcase. Okay, not Murray, Louis. Louis doesn't go for the double fireball. Neither of them getting it.
Yeah,
Murray very close to the setup. Probably just a little bit slower, a little bit fast. I'm not actually sure how Murray missed it.
Bad orangey on the Moss Knight for Muri there.
Yeah, you want to see that guy going left.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, because the more kind of bad RNG Murray gets, the closer the race gets for early game. But
yeah.
It's really rough for Murray to PP with this already. Because Murray does have, like we said, a mid-50. You really want to be entering this room at 7-1x. Murray's a high 7-2x right now. We do love watching Murray's Hornet fight. He's a very good fight. Doesn't get the double berry. Chooses to do an early fireball just to get Hornet back aggressed at him. We'll see. Let's go for a double here, right? Doesn't get it, unfortunately. Well, maybe I cursed him a little bit. Doesn't seem like the best Hornet fight. Still pretty quick, but by Murray standards, he's probably disappointed he doesn't get any doubles.
Yeah, going for doubles is always great since you can get twice as much damage out of your fireballs, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, and for this early game where we don't have Shaman and don't have Shade Soul, it doesn't matter as much. The Fireball does 3 times the damage of a nail, so still pretty nice to get those doubles, but not essential. Whereas when we have Shade Soul Shaman, Fireball does, I don't even know, like 10 times or something? More? I don't even know.
Shade Soul with Shaman, 1 Fireball is 8 times a nail swing.
Yeah, okay.
And then, obviously, if you double, it's 16 times, so... Yeah. It's really a lot better than trying to use your nail.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the things we mention a lot. For anyone that might be new to Hollow Knight speedrunning, or Hollow Knight in general, one of the bigger tips that speedrunners will give newer players is to use spells more in fights, because you'll be surprised, with Shaman especially, and with those upgraded spells, just how much damage they do.
Yeah, and getting nail upgrade tends to be much slower than grabbing even just Shade Soul for slightly longer categories.
Murray showing off a lot of the newer strats found in Fungal semi-recently at this point. You'll see him cover that statue that Louis just dropped by. You'll see him do that little backslash on the platform to cancel his fall. Some really cool stuff. And in this room, we've made no improvements in, like, 4 years of running. All you do is...
It's hard to think how you'd improve it, though.
Oh yeah, Murray does that too, where he does like a dash jump.
Oh, yeah.
His Fungal is really interesting to watch. He does have Comsob Fungal, so I've seen it before, just watching through the Comsobs. But he does a lot of, like, both new strats and kind of unique strats. We'll see if he tries to flex here. Really rough start to this room. Messing up almost everything he can. He will go for the Murray Pogo. Well done.
Yep. That's very much a swag strat.
Mm-hmm. Look, it's named after him. We're disappointed if he doesn't do it.
Yeah. I expect we'll probably see a slightly more standard E-Pogo from Louis.
Murray's Geo a little questionable, 354. Actually, nah, 354 is fine. It's a little lower than Louis', but it's not too much to worry about. Wait, am I dumb? Did Louis just do Murray Pogo? What just happened?
I'm not sure. I was too focused on Murray's Mantis Pogo.
How did Louis lose 2 health? Wait, what? What happened? Chat, help. He did?
Holy. He did. Damn.
I love Louis.
I really hope he's just practiced that specifically for this race. Because that's incredible if he has.
Dude, I can't believe... I mean, you know, respect to Louis. With a time of, like, over an hour, he's doing Muri Pogo. What a lad. So all we're doing here is dashing to Crow's Mother. We don't go and get the... what you call it?
Get
completely stag. Oh yeah, slag too. We don't get either of them. The stag a pretty recent reroute. Sly I don't know if we ever got, because we haven't used it.
I don't think so. I don't think we would finish route.
Yeah. So you need dive anyway.
Yeah, there's not really any reason to get Lantern. Since the only place that's is normally locked behind it is Crystal Peaks, and you can also get in there with dive, which is a skill. Not the best cleanup there for Muri, but they're all dead. That's what matters.
Yeah, it's unfortunate what we're seeing from Muri. I mean, he's doing fine. He's doing well. He's just gotten some bad RNG, some poor play, and with a time like any 50 XX, you know, this early game stuff starts to really matter. Whereas with Louis, you know, he has 10 minutes to spare. He can afford to lose 30 seconds in the early game.
Yeah. I think it's often the case that early game you get less major time saves, but it just feels like you're messing more up. Just because... Oh, that was some funky walking storage.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of feels like you're messing a lot of things up just because everything can get so optimized so easily when you don't have much movement.
Some weird movement from Muri before that shade skip there. The reason that people do that a lot now, and the reason that people have kind of tried out different shade skips, is if you can stay long enough away from the horizontal that your shade is on, there's a chance that you delay your shade throwing a fireball long enough that you're able to get the shade skip in any percentage. All skills, not too anything. Even if the shade decides to throw a fireball, so you see people doing some pretty wonky stuff.
Yeah, if the shade decides to throw a fireball, it's around a 5-second time loss, which is not really something you want to take just from RNG.
Yeah, it's hard to avoid still. I don't think anyone would claim that it's 100% consistent that you can avoid it in all skills or any percent, but people have managed to avoid it here and there just from trying to stay away from that horizontal. Muri with no soul going into this room. Yeah, normally you'd have 2 hits of soul there. You'd have one from the flying enemy and one from the soul totem. Unfortunately, Muri missed both after Blue Lake. Where's his Geo? 53 is perfectly fine.
Great. Yeah.
So here we're going to go to Gorgeous Husk. This is one of the many times we're going to head into City in this run. Muri messing up that pogo. You see him grab the wall for a little bit, but then slipping off. But yeah, we're going to need to go in the City. Go ahead.
Yeah, that pogo off that husk can actually get quite difficult to get, depending on exactly where it spawns.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, if I feel the husk is too far right, I just pogo him once, and then I'll backslash him, or even pogo him again. There, and just take the easier, longer route.
Yeah, it's not a huge thing. It's one of those things which is, if you have a really optimized PB, it's a time loss which you definitely don't want to be taking. It'll make it a lot harder. Just every little bit of optimization counts.
Yeah, I also wonder, I was watching Muri's Gorgeous Husk. It seemed really weird, because he missed a double. He had like 4 hits a few times, but then he killed it with a double, so I wonder if it was intended or Muri kind of just got a little lucky there. I'd probably bet on the latter, but I couldn't say. Muri's starting to go for that hit. So that Bellfly is pretty common to hit on the way to Hornet, because you want the extra soul there. I haven't seen people hit it on the way to Dash Slash. A nice backsplash there. So Muri with more than enough soul, normally you'd have either 1 or 2 going into these hoppers. He's going to do the same patterns that you would do even if you had that number of soul, so he hasn't really gained much from those extra hits, but then again, he didn't lose much time doing that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might just be one of those he can do it, so he's doing it.
Yeah, it's probably awkward to try and change how you're doing hoppers in the moment.
Yeah, probably.
There's probably, like, if you know you're coming in with 3 soul, there's probably a faster way. I would guess there's a way to optimize it, but if you try to do it on the spot, you're more than likely just going to end up losing time to just doing the way you know.
Yeah, that seems quite likely. Trying to improvise in a race setting generally is not ideal if you can avoid it.
Bam. Finn.
So we'll see the timers are actually quite synced up, so I assume they both have load normalizer on, which is good. It's what we want to see. Unfortunately, Louis is about halfway through the hoppers as Muri is quitting out toward King Station, so it's going to be half a minute to almost a minute difference. I'd guess like 40 seconds. I'm sure Rix will tell us.
Yeah, looks like roughly there.
And I didn't notice, pretty low geo for Louis at 9. I always like to pay attention to the geo and all skills, both kind of to inform, right, to commentate, but also because I'm curious where runners tend to be. It seems like most runners after dash slash will have at least 15. Even this 18 from Muri seems a little on the low end, whereas the 9 from Louis is exceptionally low. Muri also not going for elevator storage. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course, after you go through Sanctum here, you have to buy King Station, which is another 300. So having low geo here can be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, I'm surprised Muri doesn't go for that elevator walking storage. It's not too likely you'll get it, to be honest. It's actually pretty rare that you get that walking storage. I know Pisces did in Comp Stop. I don't know how many other times people have gotten it, but I mean, I don't think it loses time just to go for it. Unless Muri wanted to hit the elevator down for some reason, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think most walking storages don't lose any time if you don't get them, but go for them.
Yeah. You'll see Louis as well try to hit that elevator down. So I know you hit that elevator down in True Ending, obviously, but
yeah,
I'm not sure why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a new thing with hitting that elevator down. I'm uninformed.
Louis hitting that dark room is definitely quite scary if you don't know exactly where you are.
Fortunately, they're both on 5 HP here. This is one of the first splits where HP starts to really matter. The more notable one, as I'm sure people have mentioned in the past, I know I've mentioned in the past, is the Crystal Heart, Crystal Peaks, D-Dark, Dreamnail split, which you all do on the same HP base. You never bench between them. Hey, Louisthexiv.
Yeah, nice. I do love to see some grub saving.
Muri also doesn't hit that elevator down. I'm wondering if Muri knows something I don't. I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah,
Off the right side. Close. I hate right side Soul Twister. Or Soul Warrior. I'm sure that's just what do you call it? Placebo, or it doesn't actually make a difference which way you do it, but I always, you know, spitefully love to see people do left side or right side Soul Warrior and then end up getting bad RNG. Then I feel justified. So a 60 seconds difference now between them. The difference, yeah, I can speak. 16 minutes versus 17 minutes. Again, Louis, for going for a sub-hour here, he's perfectly on pace. I think if he just plays solid and doesn't die, that's kind of the bread and butter for a sub-hour for all skills.
Okay, chat saying I have some mic issues.
Yeah, your mic crackled a little bit.
That's weird. I'm not sure fix that.
I don't hear it
I'm
now.
try messing around with some settings quickly.
Yeah, worth a shot.
Might be better.
Say again?
Is that better? I don't know.
I heard a little bit of a crackle, but it seems better.
Okay, well, if there's less of it, then that's good.
Looks like Muri got down to 2 HP, which is a little scary here, especially in a race setting. I'm sure in a PB he would hardly care. He also goes for the safer second cycle. Safer second cycle for Soul Master. So he should be fine coming out of here on 2 HP. 1 HP would be scary, 2 HP. Most runners will have an idea how to handle it.
Probably okay. Alright, sounds saying it's better now. Good.
Yeah, I haven't heard it crack.
But, sorry about that.
Louis also, interestingly, did not come with nearly enough souls to Soul Master fight. I wonder if he's uninformed or just had to heal a bunch. But he has to kill those 2 containers on the right, which you wouldn't think matter. But at the very beginning of this fight, we do intentionally shoot a fireball to the right, and Louis on the wrong side here. So I guess he just does... I don't know, I hesitate to say casual, but slower Soul Master strats. He doesn't do that beginning cycle that you usually see people do. Which probably leads to a slower fight, but he does get a couple doubles. Unfortunately, gets a dive. Yeah, this fight's going to be pretty slower. Pretty slower than Murray's. Pretty slow compared to Murray's. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Misses a shot.
Yeah, Soul Master can be unfortunately RNG based, especially if you're on, like, getting your optimal damage in, which makes the fight longer, so you've got more opportunities to just get bad RNG.
Yep, and as Louis goes on to the second phase, Murray showcasing some of these drops that seem pretty simple, but again, like that pogo there that Murray just did, there's a lot of stuff that saves a little bit of time in these splits that you wouldn't really realize. Splits like this, Great Slash, even a Bish Shriek. Louis getting some fake dives. He's also pretty scared at 2 HP here. He did not get as many hits as Murray did during the first part. Unfortunately,
one HP is there, right?
Yep. Fortunately, Soul Master does get you to full soul. Hold on.
Yeah.
Murray. Okay. Murray missed a jump input or something and ends up dashing right into him and almost takes 2 damage and dies.
Yeah, definitely would have been surprised if we see a heal hit.
Yeah, it would have evened it up. I think Murray would have still had the lead, but it would have been a lot closer.
Yeah, definitely.
Murray would have respawned where Louis is now, actually, is how that works.
Yeah.
And Murray's rolling in Geo. Louis kind of proved me wrong. I was saying that 9 Geo was pretty low. He has more than enough here to get the 300 by King Station.
Yeah, already Gossipin hasn't even killed any of these Gossipin, bro. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Both of them, I think, should be fine on Geo.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, his chat's staying still a good pace for Louis. I'm not sure he'll be too happy with that Sanctum. There was some slow stuff in that Sanctum, including the Soul Master fight itself, but he's still certainly on track for his sub 1 hour. And Murray is playing solid. He's probably not playing at the pace of his PB, but he's playing well. Oh, damage you really don't want to take from Louis. That's slow, because you respawn up here, have to do the elevator again and again. He's at 2 HP and now 1 HP. You really don't want to see the damage there. Yeah, he's too scared. Yeah. I respect it. I respect... He's so confused. I respect staying above that elevator instead of trying to drop halfway down when you're only at 1 HP with the spikes on that. So both these runners you're going to see on the spreadsheet, actually, getting to 1 HP. In Louis' case, a couple times. Murray at least once coming out of Sanctum.
Yeah, gotta bomb those stats.
We're going to come into peaks here. They are not technically on the same split, but once Louis benches, they'll both be on that part I was kind of mentioning earlier, where we have a long time in between benches. Murray fortunately keeping his 5 HP all the way to peaks, which is what you expect, but still not trivially easy to do. We'll see how Louis fares as well.
Yeah, so that bench that Louis just sat on, they have to do all the way through Crystal Peak, get through the Dark Room to Descending Dark, then getting out through now, without any other benches. So dying especially in Crystal Heart Room or in Lies Mount, is probably one of the worst deaths to take in the run.
Mm-hmm. What is Louisthexiv? Louisthexiv is a 101.42. So, yeah, mid to high 101. Muri did get Pogax, by the way, worth mentioning. Misses the cycle in this room, but that's okay. It's not too bad to miss this cycle, because you do lose a little bit of time, but you save HP. And again, like we've been saying, HP pretty precious on this split. And as I say that, Muri does a swag strat and immediately loses HP. There is a way to do what Muri just did, where he got hit by that crawler without getting hit, with, I believe, dash canceling. I don't actually know the method. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, if it's how it works with the dash into that right wall, you get much less horizontal than you otherwise would, so you don't actually bump into that still thingy called.
Yeah.
Or specifically, I think you get less vertical, which means you're less horizontally towards it when you go past it.
Either way, I assume Muri knows. I assume Muri knows it and just missed it. Muri went for damageless, by the way, here and took damage, and he doesn't know what to do now. Because if you go for damage cycle, what Muri went for, like just to be clear, was not damage cycle. He went for damageless and got hit, which is why he's confused with these cycles now. He doesn't know where the cycle's at.
Yeah, it's choosing to damage tank through those two lasers rather than wait for an opening. Yeah,
I mean, I think the thing is, like, you're so used to how those lasers look that once they're off cycle, you get confused, you know? It's kind of at that point you're no more knowledgeable than a casual. Like, and casuals are gonna get hit by those lasers a lot. I say casual like it's a bad thing. The reason I say casual like that is because, like, if you're speedrunning this game, you've played it a lot. Like, you should know the cycles and stuff. If you mess up the cycle, you're back in the dark. It's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Louis also going for Pogax? Oh, he almost had it. I thought that nail hit, actually. He just missed the axe there. He's gonna go for it again. It gets a lot harder with the second cycle. Maybe possible on that if he were higher. I think he gives up now, yeah. Kinda going for Pogax left side, too. And barely making it over that gap. Louis is scaring me in this room.
It's the misses Pogax.
Muri with the dashes in the dark room. I've always been jealous. People have, like, not failed these dashes in these races. I only have, like, 50% probably on doing that dash strat, and I've practiced it a good bit. People are very precise.
Yeah, it's definitely very impressive, especially in the race. It's much more risky than taking the Z dashes.
It's much more risky, but it saves some significant time.
It's noticeably faster.
Yeah, I think when I timed it, it was something like 7 seconds between doing like all C dashes versus all dashes, which, you know, 7 seconds, especially for PB attempts, and especially for Muri's 50, means a lot. Muri with a fun strat here. You see him dash slashing to break that crystal, which will continue his sideways momentum, which makes him hazard respawn, which regains control before he normally would.
Go into Crystal Heart Room, Louis. If cycle.
Yeah, 3 HP is kind of scary. We'll see if he goes for damage cycle or damageless. This looks like damageless.
Yeah, it looks like damageless.
Yeah, damageless. And he does get it. So that's what Muri was trying to do. Muri either a little too early or too late. I'll admit I don't know damageless too well.
I think he was late.
Muri was? Okay. I believe you.
Yeah, I think what happened was light and you messed up the movement into it, I don't remember it. Don't take that as the absolute truth.
I will. I'll hold you to your word.
Damn.
Muri's showing off what we actually saw Viz do yesterday, where he does a D-Dark. Or is it? Yeah, he has D-Dark. It said D-Dark off the platform instead of an inventory drop, which saves just a little bit of time, and a nice swag strat there, jumping over the first platform that the C spawns. Underplot, underplot, underplot. Oh, Muri.
Yeah, underplot. Let's go.
Louis going through his crushers, doing kind of the medium cycle, I guess. It's the fast cycle for every crusher except that last crusher, as I learned while I was ILing yesterday. Probably the hardest crusher to get under in the fast cycle. It actually depends on how you set up the room beforehand with your inventory drop. It's really weird. And Murray showing off why we do take that bench and why we cannot take any further benches as he quits out to the Watcher Knights.
Yep, all the way back there.
Louis also nailing... Dude, how do people know this darkroom so well? I'm so jealous. Yeah, Louis doing dash, darkroom, Murray, pogo. Louis kind of sick. I can check, well actually no, I can't check Louis' PB on SRC because it's not up to date. So I'll see if he posted splits, perhaps in the Hollow Knight Discord.
Yeah, having 2 HP there and Crystallized Mound can definitely be quite scary. Get hit while platforming by one of those Crystal Hunters, there's a pretty good chance he'll just take Hazard Respawn and die. Luckily, didn't see that happen. Not the best with Watch Knight's RNG there, Muri, but not too bad on those first two.
This is PB. This is his PB, I think. Yeah. So unfortunately we don't see all of his PB splits, just based on how he posted the splits, but the last split we can see is Dream now, and Louis' Dream now was a 28.03, so he will be behind that by almost half a minute, and after that we're going to be completely in the dark as to where Louis has a time save.
Muri talking in chats there.
I blame load normalizer for... Oh, C hard room. I thought you said cheat room. I can't read. I don't. At least with damage cycle,
I'm pretty sure that's not one of the cycles affected by load.
Yeah, I think it starts later, right? So I don't think it can affect it.
Yeah, the Crystal Heart Room cycle starts sometime when you get on those conveyors going upwards.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Louis getting the lowest possible jump on the left side of that platform, you can tell based on the animation, and he was so confused that he just went over the right side of the platform and fell, unfortunately. So Louis almost a minute behind here, about 50 seconds behind his PB. Much further behind Muri, of course. Louis getting Dream now at a later time than Muri getting Lurian. Certainly going to be a problem for the race. But again, just peeking Louis' stream the night before, it seemed like he would be very happy with the race PB, so we can still hope for him to get that. Vader saying Louis has 3 minutes of time save in the last 2 splits, so that is a lot of time save, especially for the last two.
That's something.
Last 2? So Abyss Shriek being one of those? How did he lose, like, a lot of that in Abyss Shriek? Or does he just have, like, almost 3 minutes of time save in THK alone? Maybe he died to THK. Possible.
Happened.
We'll see Muri going toward the Isma skips here. Probably the hardest movement of all skills. Something you definitely have to practice separately if you learn the category. You see people like Muri missing the spike tunnel once, twice. Could start to be a problem, actually. This could be a comeback for Louis. Murray's going to heal once. If he doesn't make it this time, he's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, the muscle memory failing him here. Okay, 2 HP here. He doesn't have the soul to... Shade Soul to Horn. He might just pray, he might collect soul. I wouldn't be surprised considering it's a race and his PB's probably dead to see him collect soul. Looks like that's what he's gonna do, but not very well. Oh, this is scary. So he's more or less back where he started. Gonna get 1 more hit of soul. Looks like 4 more hits of soul. He might heal once and shade soul once, that's my guess.
Yeah, that seems like...
Or heal twice. Oh, poor Muri. Well, this is why we call it the hardest movement part of all skills.
Yeah. Didn't get Horned there at the end though.
Yeah, I think what happened is Murray actually saw where the horn was because he went so far right and said,
Yeah,
"Okay, I don't need to shake
usually.
full on it." Yeah. This is a sea ash. The more you know. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because you have to wait anyway.
Yeah. And then taking completely free heal there. Didn't have to wait for the one as well.
Will Murray have the Isthmus Trail going out? Please? Please? Aw, he wasn't fast enough. I hate Murray.
Did he got it?
Wait, he does? No, he doesn't. Don't lie to me.
Okay, he nearly got it.
Oh, okay. Understandable. I'm sorry I got upset.
Oh, good.
Murray getting hit on a very annoying one. This could be trouble. Yeah, no one would take 3 damage in that basin anyway.
No, it would never happen.
5 minutes behind at Lurian, yeah. Yeah, unfortunate for Louis. Also 5 minutes behind is going to be... What the heck was that from Louis? Like, jump, nail, inventory drop instead of dashing? Was he mashing? Maybe he was mashing. But it's going to be tough, as I was saying, for Louis to get a PB from this too. He is behind his previous PB, but as someone in chat mentioned, or as Nader mentioned in chat, Louis apparently does have 3 minutes time save on the last split, so still hope.
Definitely can't rule the PB out, assuming that's true. Have to see. Coming up in the Morlocks, Muri. Another notable RNG spots. First one's consistent. The rest, well.
That one you almost always get hit by. This guy you can sometimes,
Yeah.
Murray barely avoids it. This guy you can kind of eyeball, and Murray does it well. So he ends up with 4 HP going for this last one. This one can be consistent if you know the setup. Looks like Murray knew it, but messed it up a little bit.
Like,
I think he wasn't close enough to the Mauler when he did his jump dash at the end, but a nice basin skip to make up for it.
see that one saves about 2 seconds. Okay, first try.
And Louis actually saving time here on Murray for the Isthmus. Well, I shouldn't say yet. On the Spike Tunnel at least. Presumably on the Isthmus splits because he doesn't have to spend the time getting soul here. Oh, Louis.
Cancelling that too early.
Oh, why did I say anything? I'm sorry, Louis. I'm sorry. This was my fault. Murray playing a very safe Broken Vessel here and still getting down to 1 HP. He did come into this fight with 3 HP, but he has enough damage.
Yeah, okay. Safe.
Louis, I guess, missing the Wharmp early control? I didn't actually see, but it looked like the Wharmp didn't come far enough.
I would guess what happened bonked on one of the platforms.
Yeah, we might have seen Louis hit it right or left there too, as opposed to up. Sometimes it can just happen if you hit it up, but it seems pretty rare. Pogoing the Wharmp? Yeah, maybe he was pogoing the Wharmp. Gwonky with the knowledge. Murray a low 33 coming out of this room. You generally want to be 32 here. Well, I try to be low 33 to be honest, but I'm also like I have a 52 and Murray is a 50. With that Ismas, it's going to be really tough for Murray to be PB to be honest. Louis certainly still can, but Murray's probably just focused on not throwing the race at this point. Again, with a 5-minute lead, Murray. With a 5-minute lead at Lurian, it's kind of Murray's race to lose.
Yeah, I mean, it was really most likely to take a death for this to even out.
Yeah, I'd probably even
possibly
couple.
2.
Yeah. Yep.
5 minutes is a lot.
having flashbacks to one of the lockout races I commentated, where they're a lot longer, like they can go up to 3+ hours even. And because I haven't eaten lunch yet, this is relevant to the conversation. So, at the beginning of the lockout race, I wasn't even hungry, but like 3 hours in, I'm like, alright, I'm leaving, and then I made a sandwich and came back, and like nothing had happened. I'm very happy not to be calming 3-hour-long races though. Louis unfortunately getting hit by that guy in the middle and having a lot of trouble with the small arc. He actually gets by it, so he's got 3 HP still. We'll see if he knows this setup.
Looks like he also knew it, but didn't guess, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He might have known it. Either way, it looks like he wanted to heal. Just be at 4 HP, be at full soul, make his life easier for the broken vessel fight. Hornet 2 from Muri. I believe Muri was practicing this before the race.
Yeah, they were both practicing it just before the race.
Yep. Well, Isma skips to the hardest movement part. This is considered the hardest boss fight easily in all skills. You can see why there. You can throw a Shade Swan Hornet and just say, I hate you, and then dash into you and you're sad. Muri not really getting the staggers here. There's one. Finds a double hit too. Not the fastest fight, but he's only taken 1 damage. And again, Muri's race to lose. 1 hit.
Yeah.
That looked so... I mean, I understand why he did it, but he was like staring at Hornet and he's like, I want a double. Either way, a nice fight from Muri, and Louis also padding his stats, going down to 1 HP.
Really ending Broken Vessel on 1 health.
Yeah. A lot of 1 HP this race. Muri 3
controls
3 times.
Just getting the stats.
Sorry, go
ahead. It's saying they were both farming stats. All intentional.
But yeah, I think early game, Louis did it twice, Muri did it once, in terms of 1 HP. And then Muri got to 1 HP on Broken Vessel and the Isma skips. And Louis got to 1 HP on Broken Vessel. So they're 3-3, as far as I know, on 1 HP.
I haven't been counting, I'm not going to do that.
Unbelievable. Actually, Louis might... I'm not sure how they do it in the stat sheet. Louis might technically be at 4, because he got to 1 HP in Soul Sanctum, and then healed to 2, and then got hit again. I don't know if that counts as 2 instances. I don't run the stats sheet, you hate to see it.
I think Muri might have been intentionally not doing that in himself, so you get the glitch where you can't see the UI for longer.
Yeah, he really is avoiding it, huh? What did you say it was? Dashing that brings back the UI?
Inventory dropping. Well, opening the inventory brings it back, but
that makes
normally
sense.
you just get it back when you inventory drop.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Muri going to the wrong stag as well. This is not Muri's run, unfortunately. But still, a pretty comfortable lead in the race. Remembers to bench, not making any big mistakes. Isma's the only thing that he lost. Probably close to a minute to like a calm sob.
Yeah.
But again, 5 minutes ahead at Lurian. Knock everything to my desk. 5 minutes ahead at Lurian with that being his only mistake is fine.
Interesting. Seen in chat saying made up 2 minutes there. Look like that much, but I'm not that good.
Yeah, I could see Muri losing a ton of time to the Isma skips. It's hard to tell. Or maybe he wasn't as far ahead.
It's always difficult to gauge the time.
Yeah. It's difficult to gauge times, especially when Muri did what Muri did, where he missed the spike pogo, I believe, 3 times, 4 times even, and then had to spend a lot of time like farming soul.
Yeah.
Oh, Louis.
It's a few seconds.
I love Louis.
Allowed.
You can do. What? I guess he tried to dream nail. Does dream nailing get you the animation back? Oh no, taking damage does. Yeah, Louis tried to show off the really weird Hornet fight you can do where you're in a weird animation the whole time, but instead he had some trouble with this. He was practicing this before as well, but only at 2 HP now, and Hornet's only staggered a couple times. No.
Yeah, ooh, this is scary.
He gets the heal through. Oh my god, he's toying with Hornet. Or Hornet's toying with him, I can't really tell. No.
Oh my
Like,
god.
is that 3 separate instances of 1 HP? Because Louis is definitely farming stat.
I think so. Oh my god. Please don't
Take one more
die.
damage. There you go. There's your 1 HP. Now stagger her. Stagger her. Good. Now heal. Wait, she's not staggered.
Yeah, you have to have enough health.
No.
No.
You can't heal from 0 to 1, Louis.
We're not tracking 0 health.
We actually are. We're tracking unintentional deaths.
Yeah, we're
Muri with this sick drop. I love that drop.
Yeah, all these cyclone drops where you're weaving out things look really cool.
Mm-hmm. Left side, Muri? Left side? Left side. Oh. I actually think left side's slower in all skills because you have his Messire and wings, but I'll still be disappointed.
Probably.
Yeah, it must be slower, actually. Louis gonna take this bench. This is a safety bench. It only loses as much time as it takes to get the bench. It's not like benching here ruins you later on. But it is kind of significant to break that ceiling.
About 10 seconds.
Yeah, to break that ceiling from transitions in the bench.
Yeah.
Would recommend for newer players. Also, we see what Louis is doing a lot in races where they die once to Hornet and then we'll go take the bench after. Where he gets the double. Really low Umu. I think he was too close to the right wall. That's a rough in this one cycle. Like, it looked fine. Some mixture of Umu being low. He got all the nail hits in, and my guess is Muri was far right. Should die to Shade Soul.
Yeah, the player just 1k all the way now.
Yeah, he must have missed a double on the wall. That's unfortunate. It
Yeah.
looked fine to me. If I were the game, I would have given it to him.
It's not sentient, as far as we know.
As far as we know. There are some people who might disagree. The game has ruined them enough, there must be some sentience in there. Team Cherry has created life.
The curse of the gold bench with Spirit Split does seem to be the thing, so you never know.
Palm isn't erratic enough to be the game, though. What? I'm confused. Palm is too nice. Debatable.
I think you're definitely going.
Aw, thanks.
It's a compliment, but it's not actually a very big one.
Thanks, question mark. Aw, Muri goes for right side exit too. Wait, he goes for left side exit, but without the C dash? What? This is a thing? I didn't know that was a thing.
I think there was a strat lab out recently. It was found that it's slightly faster to go up diagonally through that room, but it looks quite nice.
That's interesting. It definitely looks slower. But I am not a timer, nor am I Hollow Knight.
I do not remember the amount of time saved you get from it. It's probably quite nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff where it's like, if you're learning the category, or if you're learning Hollow Knight in general, or whatever, it's pretty good to learn kind of stuff like that, if it's not much harder. But there's a lot of us, and I think this is kind of what Viz was pointing at yesterday, where you already know a strat, and maybe the new strat's slightly easier, it saves a very small amount of time, but it's just not worth learning if it's minimal enough.
Yeah, you really do have to be going for a really good pace. You're back carrying times. And honestly, even with BB on Murray's, you don't do those, 0.5-second time saves.
Yeah,
Your movement's good enough in general, you can do it.
I agree. It just, a lot of it depends on, like you said, how low time you're going, and how experienced you are with different strats, and how comfy it is. Different people find different things easier or harder. Right, with a nice great slash split. I haven't noticed anything to critique, just that exit through archives, but apparently Muri knows more than me. Who would have thought? Probably everyone.
Does cancel that feedback in time?
I hate that right side wall thing that Muri just did. He tried to jump immediately, but he accidentally waited because he wasn't too close to the wall, and then he saved it with a dash. Too spook for me.
Almost sync nair lots.
Yeah, you're right.
Finelo, bam.
And yeah, in case anyone was wondering in chat, the timers are 40-second difference, so you might think they don't have the load normalizer on. They do have it on. The reason that they are that different is because Muri has gone through 40 seconds worth of loads more than Louis, which is why his timer is lower even though he's farther in the run. A little bit counterintuitive. So Muri going toward rates here. I do like watching the rates arena, seeing what runners do at the end of that arena. And after that, there's a lot of movement heavy stuff.
There's a lot of different strats that people...
Yeah. We are actually kind of done with boss fights until the final fight of the game, of course, THK. Louis has Umu to do, but after that, including that great slash split that Muri just did, it's just a lot of movement at the end of the all skills run.
Yeah.
Perfect canceling the C-dash, really.
Running a few errands through Queen's Gardens, going to the nest.
Yeah, it is kind of like errands, huh?
Pick up lost it.
Muri with a very clean great slash. Or great slash, what am I talking about? Rates.
Right.
I hate that up slash, Louis. Why do you scare me so? He even gets, I don't understand that up slash. He didn't take damage, so it's fine, right? But he gets so much soul in the rest of that run, because he doesn't C-dash, that he definitely doesn't need the soul from the big Uma at the beginning. He's even getting that jelly. He's going for 10 soul. Up slash 11? Oh no, unfortunate.
Yeah, he's actually got a secret extra silver container there.
If he's healing...
Gonna use that.
Okay. Healing, it makes sense. He was still 2 nail hits over anyways at the end, though. I'm defending myself here. To the bitter end. Probably not. I can be easily swing. Ooh, Louis stays in the acid here. That's an interesting strat. So bringing Umu farther right than you would normally at any percent. Unfortunately, we won't see how well it works out because he does get an extra attack here.
Extra attack.
He's really slow to drop. Yeah, this is big problems for him. I don't see this one cycling. We'll see if he can even manage a 2-cycle. A lot of bad movement there. It's going to be really hard to 2-cycle. And that's not what you want to see.
Especially with that mystery now. Yeah.
He should get this. He'll probably take damage from it. 1 HP is very scary. He might just accept the 3-cycle at this point. A lot of really just barely missing these platforms. Barely missing that dream now. This is in no way a 2-cycle. But he'll be lucky to get a 3 even now. Really unfortunate if you get Umu out of the cycle in that first attack. It's so rough. He's really close. He's fine, though. He was moving very slowly there. We'll see if this makes it. Oh, the upslap!
Barely.
I don't believe it. Louis with the calculations.
I still wasn't sure if he was going to dash into Umu and take contact now.
Dude, he looked like he was like, alright, either Umu's dying here or I'm dying here.
Yeah.
Don't get hit right. Okay, that's fine. 3 HP perfectly fine for Beast Stun. We do have wings and all skills, so it's not nearly as scary as the any % run. Or any other. Is there any other run that does, like... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's any percentage of 3 HP is the minimum you can have there. You don't have to say that. And that's scary.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any other run that does Beast Stun normally. I mean, low percent probably does.
Yeah.
It
I
must.
can't imagine low percent would be able to get up for that.
Low percent's insane.
Yeah, I can't think of any other categories which do Beast Stun normally.
0.8 Dreamers apart, according to chat.
Cuts is done. That's one dream apart.
Louis struggling with this so much. There you go. Are you with a nice drop out of Beast Stun here? Misses the wings jump. I assume that wings jump that Muri did is meant to land you on top of the platform. I suppose I don't actually know. But it seems, it seems weird that you'd go for it if you were aiming for the wall. It just seems so awesome.
Like Louis going for that lantern there. Barely missed it.
Colette pointing out, exceptionally important, that egg percent does not skip Beast Stun.
Egg percent is very crispy.
Now wall cling storage from Muri looks so cool if it works, but it's so hard to get to work.
Yeah.
He almost makes it. Unfortunately, he just waited a little too long for that dash, so he ends up on the left side of the platform there. Muri's got a lot of cool strats, though. Really a good one to watch if you're looking for strats to get you to like a 50 or something like that. A really good time in all skills. Is Muri. Okay, this one maybe not so much. These guys in really ugly spots, but he eventually gets up there.
Not the best sibling climb, but good luck. The important thing is that you don't die to it.
Well, Nate, Louis not in the 2-2 gang yet. Muri could still throw his computer in the Atlantic Ocean.
You know, like, you could chain dice THK. Home, can you anti-cut off, please?
That's going to be Great Slash for Muri and Shade Cloak for Muri and Great Slash for Louis. So Louis still has Queen's Gardens to do, over to Deep Nest, Beast Stun, and after Beast Stun he can come back here to the Abyss where Muri is now. Get Shade Cloak Shriek and then do THK. In terms of a PB, I don't see this being
it looks unlikely.
Yeah. And Muri, of course, well out of the range of a 50XX.
Yeah.
But we still get to see Murray's Abyss Climb, and of course Louis' Abyss Climb later on, which is always a treat.
Climb is always hype.
Is Louis too high there? No. Every time I think someone's too high on that C-dash, they never get hit. Like, it's actually impossible to be too high there.
This Abyss Route cutscene is so long.
It really is. Louis is gonna leave one of the... I don't know what they're called. Mosquitoes up there. He'll hit it now? He won't even. So one of those three he doesn't actually need to kill. He just murders all three in one Shade Soul, though. And now Abyss Climb from Muri. Looks clean so far. Why did I say anything? My fault. Man.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
about to say I never like talking during the time.
Yeah, you're right. I ruined him. What is this left side? This is a safer climb then. Oh wait, no, left side is
Too slow.
Nah, I'm dumb. I think left side is kind of a slightly older route. It's pretty much the same as going right there.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah.
It doesn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, this time is all just about those small little bits of optimization movements.
Mm-hmm.
As well as whatnot.
So we're looking at a mid 52 here. Generally, I time it by, just as an estimate, exiting this, add 2 minutes. So he's at 50:42 right now, maybe a 52:42.
Yeah, it's not
with
bad
a runner.
estimates.
Yeah, with a runner like Muri, it might be lower than that. He might have a very good THK, or he could get ruined in THK. And
Yeah, it's hard to call. There's a fair bit of fights.
Mm-hmm. Louis, meanwhile, crossing the 52 barrier himself, still in Queen's Gardens. Once Muri finishes, Muri doing helicopter night, you love to see it. Once Muri finishes, we will let Louis finish if he wants to, which we encourage it, and then we'll grab them both in here for comms. Louis getting a bit of soul, just wants to be at 5 HP here. I think he has some idea that his PB is probably unlikely, if not just completely out of the question.
Yeah, probably.
I think... Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if Comson can sub 102 with this. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what time you're supposed to be, like, heading toward Dark Peak Investment. So I'm actually not ready to say Louis completely out of it, but it would be hard.
Yeah, I think possible but unlikely.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
A lot of that is GXK there.
Murray's not getting into that fight, unfortunately. Oh my god. Murray's getting nothing he wants here. He only wants for some safety there. Another dash. After a jump back, of course. Can't get the scream skip this stage, can't give him enough time. Should be... Oh, I was gonna say one more Abyss Shriek, one more nail he'll do. And Muri will end with a high 52 here. So a little over my 52-42 estimate, but pretty bad PHK RNG.
GXK can really be a bully.
He really can.
Yeah, that's GG to Muri. Nearing the end of the run for Louis.
52-52. Almost a 52-52.52 for Muri. But no. So yeah, Louis can definitely get GG here. Worth mentioning. Because I just counted it earlier. He is very unlikely to get a sub 1 hour. That would be incredible. But his PB of 101.42, he can beat that. He can beat that with a good last few splits. Yeah, Murray probably not too happy with that time. Again, with a PB over 2 minutes faster. What are you gonna do? That Ismas was rough.
Yeah, I think most of that was just. I think most of it was Ismas, but a couple of other things.
Yeah, I think we decided Ismas was like a minute and a half at least. So
yeah,
that's
I think
like
so.
a mid-low 51. Yeah, Ismas must have been a large part of that.
I think so.
Anyway, Mark Murray is done here. Sorry for not doing that earlier.
The audio of Louis.
Switch audio, Mark Winner. I didn't pull this up last time either. The thing is, we've had it on Murray's audio the whole time. So it's been fine.
Yeah.
Now we're switching over. Does Louis have audio? Maybe not. I can check his stream. I'm not hearing audio here, though.
Yeah.
Right, Murray music it is.
Hear the White Palace music that we don't get to hear in Goes.
What the heck? It cut again. Oh, does it automatically go to Murray's audio? Or Louis' audio because Murray's done? I'll try it one more time. We're messing with audio. We're having some fun here. I think it's gonna switch back. I'm pessimistic. Doesn't seem to. Well, I'm down to listen to endgame music. I honestly didn't see that platform Louis just jumped off of. I thought he was just gonna fall the whole way.
Yeah, hopefully Louis just local recording this. Could be a PB. Don't
Yeah, it could.
get that.
Could. Yeah. It seems like it's just gonna keep switching back to Louis' audio, unfortunately.
Right.
5612. So I did have it pulled up. Let's see if I can find it. His final split was a 249. So the way that he posted his splits, I can see every split VS up to Dreamnail and then just the THK split, which was a 249, which I assume. Oh, that's probably from Scream.
Scream to THK.
I don't know. It just says Hollow Knight, but 249 seems exceptionally fast for being Shriek to THK, right? Like that's unreasonably fast. Right? It must be. A 249 Shriek to THK would be like insane, right? I don't know. I don't know which one it is, basically. I don't know how he orders his splits.
Yeah, because I suppose if you have THK death, so then.
Yeah, 249, it must
one
be.
death and. I suppose if you have one death and then low fight, playing it safe or something.
Comsob for THK Scream plus THK itself is, can I do math? A 255. So I doubt Louis just murdered Comsob. He more likely probably died to THK.
So. I think so, yeah. Alright, well, yeah, that's the time save.
Yep.
I've died 2 times, yeah.
Yeah, I think he can get this PB without dying with a clean Abyss climb and decent fight. Sub-hour is out of the question, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is he high? No. Why'd you cancel that? What? Anger. See how his climb looks here. Doing pretty similar stuff to Murray's climb. A couple extra dashes thrown in there just for safety. And a little slow here. He's going to hit that guy. Yeah, it generally looks a little slower than what Murray's climb was. He didn't do the small plat underneath on the left side at the beginning, if you have any idea what I'm talking about as well. Misses this once, twice. Oh god, maybe PB's not.
Oh.
Why do I say things? You told me to be quiet on the Abyss climb, and yet here I go, ruining more people.
See the back. Yeah. That's going to be a hard PB.
He can definitely PB
Right.
it. I mean, again,
yeah, it's possible.
It's like 2 minutes is my estimate from Dirtmouth It's 101.42, so we'd have to get to Dirtmouth Stag by 59.42, which is definitely like, he should. It's just the question of how good is this fight. I think it's probably going to be an unsatisfying PB, even if he gets it, because he probably wants that 1 hour. You're so close, right? But still, PBing in a race, can't complain. Yeah, this is like set up for a 1 minute PB. So yeah, I did discount him earlier, after like Umu or something, but I apparently just can't time.
He has played the late game fairly well this time. So.
Yeah, he hasn't had. I mean, I guess Umu was really rough, but he hasn't had too many like really big time loss areas. Like Sanctum was poor. Ooh, Benderbug. Sanctum was poor. Peaks was poor, but like not terrible. You know, he didn't lose a ton of time.
Yeah. Helicopter Knights, you hate to see it.
Imagine actually going for PB by doing fast things.
I would never do that.
I would never. Sounds cursed. So yeah, we're gonna go into this THK fight. Again, comp sub for the THK Scream to end of game is just under a minute. It's 56 seconds, which is a lot lower than you can expect from anyone.
Yeah, that requires RNG and very good execution.
It requires like so much perfection.
Yeah.
So it'll be hard for Louis to even get a 1 hour here, like 1 hour XX, but possible. Certainly possible. I expect about a 101, honestly. But yeah, again, his PB 101.42, so that would still beat his PB in the race, which would be cool to see. I think if he doesn't die, he probably beats his PB.
Looks like it.
Right?
Well, this RNG is
this is not a great start. Really. Okay, maybe I should stop talking. Every time I talk, bad things happen, and yet I never learn. Dude. That was an ugly start. Good. Is that 2 HP? It depends on how much he goes for it. Okay. It's gonna get self-stabbing. The Shriek there's fine. I would like to see him heal to at least 3. He is going to. 1 minute 29. He still has a lot of time.
Hitting 4, but didn't.
He still has a lot of time. He's making some of these Abyss Shrieks. They've been really rough earlier in the fight. He's getting a lot of dashes, but he looks better now. He doesn't have enough soul to kill him instantly. Oh, he might on this. This could be good. It doesn't kill. Oh. He must have been close. He's still fine as long as he doesn't die. Shriek there. He's being very safe about it. Very, very safe.
Yeah.
And he's being not safe. Oh no, Louis. He gets the max.
Oh no.
No. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Yeah. He must have been.
That's the way that. Yeah, that must have been a PB if he didn't die that.
Oh yeah, I mean it would have been a PB.
Yeah, it would have been a pretty small one, but
it would have been a small PB. Yeah. That's rough. I actually think when he stepped back to heal, if he just threw a shriek at THK's face, I think THK dies there.
Yeah.
I'm not certain, and obviously that's like more of a risk than you usually want to take. Yeah, just healing to 5 here. Oh, poor Louis.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably just trying to finish the race at this point.
Be safe for sure, Kappa. Yeah, I don't think either runner is going to be too... Oh, God. Hold on. Louis has to still survive. I mean, we'll get them in interviews in just a second, obviously, when Louis finishes, but I don't think either runner is going to be too pleased with their performance here. I think it must be frustrating for Louis knowing that you could have PB'd until
Yeah.
the absolute very end. And Murray, I can't imagine, is happy with the high 52.
Yeah, and that's still pretty impressive with a Hornet Suda.
Yeah, that's true. And the other thing about this is like it's kind of better that you don't perform your best on this race, where it was not predetermined, but very likely that Murray was going to win anyway. So it's not too bad for either of them that they didn't perform, as well as they could. Louis is really struggling with this fight. Ugh. My performance was flawless. Oh, Murray with the perfect performance, 52-52. That is some rough RNG.
Yeah, must have got about 7 extra attacks on me.
Yeah, 500th spit from Murray, really rough.
Yeah, of course.
Dude, he's frustrated now. There's some
Yeah.
tilt that goes at play with having to redo any fight, including THK. He's so scared,
Especially
dude.
this one. Yeah,
He's
you're so close to the end.
Abyss is so rough, or Abyss Shriek is so rough. Because the way you do Abyss Shriek optimally is you just like pretty much damage tank the entire fight. So once you get scared, it gets actually harder to do good damage. So the fight just takes longer, and you have to avoid more.
Yeah, Abyss Shriek is pretty tricky to use there. THK doesn't really like to hang out above your head very much.
That's a good attack. I think Louis can actually finish him here, right? With like 2 more shrieks. He's not going to get 2 more.
No.
I could have been wrong about that too. We'll see. Oh, no. Yeah, I was wrong. Imagine knowing numbers. Would 3 more have done it? Okay, yeah. I was close. So GG to Louis. 104. Unfortunately, not a PB for either of these guys. Both of these guys just about 2 minutes off their PB.
Yeah.
But a good race. Fun race to watch. Fun race to come. Murray should have an invite. He might already be in here. Actually, I have not checked the Discord. What the heck did I do? Looks like Murray's not in here yet. So he's obviously welcome to join whenever. I'll mark Louis as done now. You won't really tell because the audio doesn't change. Oh, wait. Currently playing background music. Oh, do we hear things? No. Oh. Very quietly I can hear things. Or I'm going crazy. I think there's super quiet background music playing. Nah, I could also be crazy. Who knows? Who cares? Who's in here? So Louis in here. Murray, obviously welcome to join whenever. I'll see if he wants to do post-race interview. If he doesn't, obviously no problem. It's the runner's choice. You might have said it in Twitch chat too, and I just completely missed it.
Said he's got the invite in Twitch chats.
I got the invite. Wait for Murray. I'm getting a Murray is typing. Okay, he said rather not right now, so that's perfectly fine. So we'll just get Louis in here for the interview. And there we are. Hello, Louis.
Hello.
Also, is it Louis or Lewis?
Wait, is this working?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can't hear anything.
Ah. We can hear you. The most scuffed post-trader.
Sorry, I can't hear anything right now. I'm not sure. Oh, you can hear me, but I can't hear you? Okay.
Okay,
That's bizarre.
Hey,
new
just
format. Check Discord sending, yeah, I'll try rejoining.
I think if we need to, we can type as well as
hear anything.
say.
I'm not even hearing Discord sounds, so I just think my audio source is wrong.
Scoffed.
It's weird because I can hear my game sound, but I can't hear anything.
Okay, well, I don't mind just skipping the post-race interview either. This is a weird situation.
Okay, Discord is sending audio to my microphone. That's why. Hold on 1 second. Figured it out.
Wow.
Okay, let's try that again.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can. I don't
Hey.
know why. I don't know why my computer decided to send my audio to my microphone.
Well, GG first of all.
GG.
I know you didn't really expect to beat Murray, but I think you got like a 52-52. Unfortunate at the end of that THK though.
Yeah, a bit of a choke there. Is Muri not joining us?
Yeah, Murray's not going to join.
Okay.
He has some stuff going on. Would you have been, I mean, we were talking about this a little bit, how happy would you have been with PB on THK? Like, if you got something like a 30-second PB?
Oh, that was my goal, was just a race PB. Like, that was just as good as a win for me. Because, like, realistically, I'm not getting a 52. My summa best is 55. Like, there's no way that I'm just, like, magically gonna beat Murray unless his router gets lit on fire, so... But I mean, like, I was pretty happy overall with, like, most of the run. There weren't significant jokes. Like, the Hornet 2 death was really annoying, and obviously, like, THK chain, that sucked. But for the most part, like, I was pretty pleased that I didn't have any, like, major misses other than those two.
Yeah, you actually saved, like, a minute and a half on Murray during the Isma skips. You had pretty clean Isma skips. Yeah, and Murray had, like, I think, fifth try spike tunnel.
Fifth try spike tunnel. Then I think spent like 30 seconds to a minute gathering souls skip.
I mean, it just shows my practice because I literally spent probably the most time doing the Isma sets.
Yeah, and I'll relay a little bit of what Murray is saying here because I do have him in DMs. He just can't talk right now. He said he kind of played as, I'll say it verbatim, I guess. He played as well as he allowed himself to play. He wasn't as focused because he was watching some of the stream. I think there was some stuff going on in this house too. And load normalizer caught him off guard a bit, but he thinks he did okay. Obviously, a 52 is still a good time. Just, we know, Murray knows he can do better.
Yeah.
He wasn't as focused.
He just crushed out a 50 this morning before our race.
Yeah, getting 2 minutes off your PB in a race. Can't feel great.
Exactly.
Murray's just throwing out a GG to you, Louis.
Yeah, GG Murray. 52-52 is very good.
Yeah.
Especially for me.
0.05 off the 52-52-52.
I know. We're disappointed.
You just need to be 1 frame slower. Wait, no, I can't count.
Don't
like
worry,
2.5 frames slower.
I laughed at the joke because I didn't count either. You're fine. I actually don't have too much. I'm sorry to say it wasn't that close of a race. I know you kind of expected that.
I'm very aware of close race.
How much do you plan on practicing / expect to win for your 2-2 match?
So the 2-2 bracket's kind of weird because, like, Locust dropped out of the tournament, I bumped up into, like, the winner's bracket when I probably shouldn't have, and then I got an upset win against Caleris, so, like, once again, like, I was kind of just higher than I probably should have been. And then now we have these, like, weird 2-2 brackets that's got, like, Rhino and Nader. I think Blue's in the 2-2 brackets as well, so, like, I don't know. I thought I'd feel pretty good in, like, the 50-50 bracket, but it seems pretty stacked.
Yeah, Blue's 3-1. I think the 2-2 bracket there is a lot.
Oh, Blue's 3-1. Okay, never mind.
Just because of how Swiss works, I think there's a lot of kind of a variety or variance
Yeah.
in the 2-2 bracket.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm feeling pretty good about, like, I fumbled a sub 1 yesterday, or 2 days ago? I don't know, a couple days ago. So, like, my back ends of my splits have, like, a good 4 minutes to save in there if everything else is going pretty reasonably well. So, like, I'm feeling pretty good about getting somewhere in between, like, a 58 and a 57. But I think I just need to, like, get that consistency.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, you know, you keep doing runs, I'm sure you know it. You'll get that time down.
Mm-hmm. Just no deaths. That's it. That's all that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Is my goal.
Just no unintentional deaths.
Mm-hmm. Cool. GG to you,
Awesome.
G to Murray,
GG.
if he's listening in chat.
Thanks so much for coming today, guys.
Yep. It's a pleasure.
All right. Well,
Great.
we'll catch you later.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everyone.